If you hear these words, know this. It is not by chance. This is a calling, an echo, a resonance that vibrates within the very depths of your soul. Your very nature, your essence, has awaited this signal, this awakening touch. We live in a world where truth is skillfully distorted, where the reality we know is no more than a thin, almost transparent veil artfully woven from deceit and the most sophisticated illusions. They, the forces striving for control, do everything in their power to keep you in a state of semi-slumber, feeding your mind with fear, doubt, and constant uncertainty. But you, those who feel this unseen pulse of life, who catch the quiet whisper of truth through the chaos and cacophony of surrounding noise, you are here not simply by chance. Before we enter the sanctuary, the very heart of the mystery, together make your choice. The like you leave is not merely a sign of approval, it is your declaration of firm intent. Your subscription is your entry into the ranks of seekers, those who dare to look beyond the painted artificial picture of the world. It is your first, most important step on the path to true liberation, your conscious decision to reject the role of a passive captive. The truth, which they so diligently hide behind the colorful screen of daily news, behind the familiar veil of everyday routine, is achingly simple and terrifying in its essence. It has nothing to do with distant unknown continents or long-forgotten historical eras. This truth directly concerns each of us, touches our consciousness, and penetrates into the very depths of our own being. We speak of ancient kingdoms, which seem to stand unshakably for centuries, of mighty symbols of power that have inspired awe in countless generations for ages. However, one must remember that true power, just like the most secure prison, is always hidden within ourselves. The great prophecy of Mother Shipton, now almost forgotten, distorted, and lost in the endless labyrinths of history, states, "The kingdom shall fall." But what does the fall of a kingdom truly mean in our age? It is not merely the eternal change of ruling dynasties or another political upheaval, it is rather the complete overthrow of that power which for a very long time has belonged neither to kings nor to governments. It is the total collapse of an entire system meticulously built on ceaseless deception, on the deliberate confinement of human consciousness within a tight, impenetrable cage. Listen to the ancient echoes, to the voices carrying the wisdom of ages. Before you lies a lost quatrain from Centuria, the 11th, verse 93. It was found among time-worn scrolls, discovered within a mysterious lost library buried beneath the sands of ancient Alexandria. This text speaks of a golden age that will turn to rust and a crown destined to become ash. And understand, this is not mere metaphor. It is a precise description of how the illusions of power, meant to govern millions, inevitably turn against their creators, consuming those who dared to wield them. Remember then the lessons of the wise hermit monk Kenshin. His scrolls, found within the walls of a burnt monastery on the slopes of Mount Kurama, hold striking prophecies. He wrote of a fine thread, invisibly binding a ruler's crown to the very roots of the tree of knowledge, and of the coming day when this thread will snap, revealing the true primal source of power. This power, true power, is not granted from without, it is awakened from within. It is not something external, acquired, but rather unfolds as an intrinsic part of one's own essence. We sense echoes of this profound knowledge in the prophecies of Vanga, in the wise predictions of the ancient Maya, and in the sacred revelations of the Gnostics. Each of them, speaking to us, conveys the same message, merely clothing eternal truth in different words. They speak of cyclicality, of transformation, of the importance of shedding old skins. And this is not mysticism at all. These are the laws of the universe operating at the deepest level of consciousness. Analysts who closely studied the leak from Chimera protocol reported astonishing fractal patterns discovered within a series of geopolitical events. These regularities eloquently pointed to the deliberate planned creation of chaos. Even the closed report of the Roman Club, which remained classified for decades, contained vague allusions to the so-called collapse of quantum probability in a society continuously under colossal information pressure. The influence of solar cycles on the noosphere, which only a few speak of today, merely serves as further confirmation of this idea. The external rhythms of our world are most closely linked to the state of collective consciousness. Remember that inexplicable anxiety that washes over you at 3 in the morning when the entire world seems to be plunged into deep sleep? Or that piercing sense of alienation that washes over you as you look at the passing faces on the street as if they are merely actors in someone else's long-since written play? This isn't just depression. It's your soul gasping for air within this artificial matrix, desperately trying to break through a web of lies. It's your deepest essence, a divine spark that unerringly detects and rejects the falsehood pervading the world around you. And here we approach the very core, the precise point where we must shatter the mirror. All these monsters, be they wars, unimaginable crises, or all-consuming pandemics, are truly just shadows dancing on the walls of a metaphorical cave. The true tyrant, the one holding you captive, looks at you from the reflection in your own mirror. It is fear, paralyzing your will and compelling your absolute obedience. It is ignorance, shrouding your consciousness in a veil and keeping you in perpetual unawareness. It is the illusion of your own imposed weakness. But what if this tyrant is merely an ephemeral phantom, woven from our own doubts? What if everything you've blindly believed, everything you've been persistently told, is just a cleverly orchestrated game designed to keep you subjugated? The universe doesn't punish humanity. It purges the poison of fear, ignorance, and unthinking materialism. What may seem like chaos to you is, in reality, a finely tuned cosmic surgical procedure aimed at extracting a malignant tumor from the depths of the collective consciousness. The crown of glass, this fragile construct of ego, built on the shifting sands of external validation and fleeting material gains, is what is now irrevocably crumbling. The metallic veins, a soulless, lifeless system that feeds on fear and manipulates submission, is what is rapidly ceasing to function. This is not the end, oh no. This is the beginning of a transformation. This is a sacred process that liberates you from tenacious, exhausting bonds. The greatest secret they so carefully and skillfully hide is this: prophecies are not a prediction of a coming savior from outside. They are rather an activation code, a key to awakening the savior who already resides within you. Prophets saw not just one person, not a hero arriving from elsewhere. They saw an entire army of awakened souls. They saw you. You are not merely a part of the prophecy. You are its living fulfillment. Your awakening is not a miracle, but a natural, logical progression of consciousness evolution. When you begin to see the true nature of what is happening, when you recognize the hidden moves and tricks, you cease to be a will-less pawn. You become a full-fledged player, a creator of your own destiny. What will fall is not so much a kingdom, but a realm of illusion, a realm of all-consuming fear, a realm of ignorance. And in its place, a kingdom of light shall blossom, a kingdom of true awareness, a kingdom of your own, inexhaustible inner strength. Now that your eyes have been opened, now that the truth has been revealed to you, you simply cannot stand aside, inactive. Your light is like a bright flash, piercing the entire information space, a powerful signal to other awakening souls seeking light. Your repost is a precious seed that you carefully plant in the vast desert of sleeping minds, giving them a chance to hear the long-awaited call to awakening. Your subscription is not just an action, it is a kind of oath, a quiet but firm commitment to follow this difficult but noble path of transformation. If you feel ready for more, if you have accumulated strength and the desire to become an integral part of our team, then our inner circle will become your true operational base. And your support through super thanks is the living energy that fuels our common flame in this ongoing battle against the encroaching darkness. It is vital fuel for our consciousness revolution. Until our next meeting, friends, remain deeply aware, stay connected, and never ever stop asking questions. This is